Tarot, and today I'll be doing a reading for Aquarius, okay? This is for anybody who watches this from anywhere, anytime, whatever, okay? And it's also, if you have Aquarius in your chart, if you do, great. If not, great as well. You probably have a message in here for you, so keep an ear out. And if you are a cross-watcher, I welcome you with open arms. Never knows. Because I was a cross-watcher, so I get you and I got you, okay? Now, I used Radleigh Valentine's Fairy Tarot deck. I will also mention when it's time for you to utilize your own intuition. And with that being said, my gorgeous Aquariuses, let's get into your cards. Yes. So, the first set starts off with the Unity card, which is Tauran energy, which is the Hierophant in this deck. And it says, do the right thing for the right reasons, compare traditional versus new approaches, see which works for you, a spiritually minded community. You're finding your group, you're finding your peeps, and you're sticking to them. Then you have the Three of Spring. Now the Three of Spring talks of place, plan your next steps with an eye to the long term. Have patience, there are more good things to come, satisfaction from a job well done. Yep. So this is completely intuitive, so listen to your own insights. This is basically you finding your people and you having visions and having plans, like long-term plans with them. That's what you intend to do. Then you have the Five of Spring. Now the Five of Spring is talks of opposing goals arising from differing opinions, feeling at odds with yourself or others, overly ambitious people. What I'm getting here is that your old group is not going to like, or it's going to take some time for your old group to come to terms with the fact that you are ready to soar, to move into new things, and that you are not going to take their suggestions to heart. When I say suggestions, I mean like things like don't do it, it's stupid, you should be concentrating more on this, not on that, type of thing, alright? Then, so the next card is the Moon card. Now the Moon card talks of powerful intuitive epiphanies, letting go of worry and fear, understanding the truth of a situation. You following your intuition and you making your, I don't know, I'm getting family, possibly friends, possibly friends and family, you know, all up in a tizzy because you're following your intuition and you're not necessarily listening to them, or this might be something that you've done before. Yeah. Yes. Now, the second set, okay, is comprised of the King of Autumn. And the King of Autumn is a compassionate, accomplished, charismatic, and gifted individual. It says, be assertive when it comes to what you know is right. Everything going your way, a good person or company to work for. When you are listening to what you're being called to do, like, it is astounding how things will start lining up for you, and like things will move away, like difficult things will move away, and your path will be clear as to what it is you have to be doing, right? Then you have the Prince of Spring. Now the Prince of Spring talks of, well, actually the Prince of Spring is a charismatic, gifted, charismatic, self-confident, passionate and restless individual. It says immediate action, a challenge you can successfully manage, a passionate relationship. My throat just got dry. So maybe you're having a little difficulty voicing this to like your family, who are giving you a little bit of difficulty in regards to what it is you're planning on doing. The next card is the Two of Spring. Now, the Two of Spring talks of a bright future manifested through hard work and creativity, partnering with others who share your dreams. Great progress being made. I am going to have to say this. At least in the beginning, I have Tom Hiddleston written all over this. Well, I don't know for the rest, but I know for the beginning it is, especially because Tom is also an Aquarius. So, I don't know. I'm going to write that down. You know, give him a little shout out in my Vice hashtag, my hashtag. Alright. Okay, so, yeah, especially if you know his, how he became an actor and the difficulty he had with his family and how his dad wanted him to become something else while he wanted to pursue acting and whatnot. So, that is why I'm saying that. But, if you continue along the path that the universe has set you upon, you will be able to make great progress. Okay? Like Tom. I mean, he has an amazing career as an actor, and nothing anyone can say nothing anyone says will be about how he's not good at what he does or if he made the wrong decision will be, accepted, I guess. The next card is the Release card, which is the Death card in this deck, which is Scorpionic energy, by the way. It says, let go of the past, an ending that makes way for new opportunities. Time to move on. Yeah. So, basically, what I'm getting with this is that, you decided to go after your dream anyway, which is something I talk about in the Libra reading, because something similar happened to me this week. Not as massive as what Tom had to go through, but something at a smaller scale that I find hilarious, but it's fine. So, in any case, yes, so it's talking about, letting go of what didn't serve you in order to move to what will, type of thing. Then you have the King of Winter. Now, the King of Winter is a knowledgeable, experienced, fair-minded, and unemotional individual. It says, get advice from someone professional and objective. Public speaking, unemotional relationships. I laugh because this was exactly what came out in the Libra reading, which is what made me think of my situation. Because, I'm going to just say, I played a game of checkers with my grandfather, and I don't have the habit of playing checkers. Ever. So, my grandfather was explaining me the rules and whatnot, and then he was strategically telling me what to do. But at times, I just didn't listen. I just followed my intuition, and at the end of the the set or whatever it's called, I won all of them. Even with him giving me suggestions and strategic tactics, me following my intuition allowed me to win every single one of them. Which, I'm proud because I followed my intuition and it allowed me to win. But, could it have been better in the sense of letting my grandfather win a couple? I don't know. In any case, so this is why I'm talking about the King of Winter, who is someone who is unemotional, who gives advice professionally, who is unemotionally attached, who is also a public speaker. right? Yep. Who can also be a public speaker. Next, you have the Five of Summer. Now, the Five of Summer talks of trust that there is a reason for everything that happens. Remove yourself from the negative emotions of others, focusing on that which frightens or worries you. Yep. So instead of, if I refer back to that game of checkers that I played with my grandfather, if I allowed myself to get worried because of I was dealt with a bad hand, so he said, right? At the moment, I would not have been able to win whatever hand we played, but I won them all because I followed my intuition, right? So I mean, it all depends. Yes. So just trust that there's a reason for why your intuition is telling you to do a certain something, even if it makes no flippin' sense at the time. Just trust it. Then you have the Ace of Winter. Now the Ace of Winter would be the Ace of Swords, and it talks of don't be deterred by challenges along the way. It's important to communicate clearly and accurately, amazing new ideas that should be implemented. And this in regards to that checkers game is that, okay, so I'm getting the input from my grandfather suggesting me to do things because he is thinking about it in a tactical, strategic manner, while I just listen to my intuition. And, this is saying that new ideas should be implemented. That's it. Even if you have someone who's been playing checkers for a longer period of time, you should listen to your intuition. It might not make sense at the time, but it definitely will make sense later. Okay? Then you have the Princess of Autumn. Now, the Princess of Autumn is a studious, responsible, cheerful, and mischievous individual. It says, happy news about your career, promotions, or scholarships. Well thought out plans that go perfectly, needing a little push to get going. Maybe you need a little nudge to listen to your intuition more, but it's definitely, once you do, it will allow you to move from winter to spring, right? Because this is the Ten of Swords, Ten of Winter, which is the Ten of Swords, which basically in this card indicates that you're moving from winter to spring, okay? Because it says it's the resolution of a problem, a weight lifted off your shoulders, the end of an addiction or codependency, which is I don't know about the codependency bit, but if I were to have listened to all my grandfather's suggestions and being codependent on his suggestions, I would have lost those hands. But if I had listened, if I had continued to listen to my intuition, which I did, I would have won all of them, just like I did, because it will lead you to the resolution of a problem, which is awesome. That will allow for the wheel of fortune to turn in your favor. Yes. See, because the wheel, which is the wheel of fortune in this deck, talks of delays are over, sudden or unexpected good luck, a new car or travel. Literally. What happened? When I listened to my intuition, I won. And if I had listened to my grandpa's suggestions, I might have lost. But either way, because the spoils came to the victor, right? To the person who listened to their intuition. And I feel like that is exactly what happened to Tom. He listened to his intuition, and I'm going to say this, he listened to his intuition, he went to that, he auditioned for Thor in the first Thor, and he might not have gotten Thor, but he got Loki instead, and that launched him in so many other things I don't know what, but I mean, that must have been a very big move on his part. So spoiled goes to the victor, which is what it is, because he listened to his intuition. Then you have the Dreamer card, which is a Fool in this deck, which talks of embrace your true purpose, begin a new adventure, trust yourself. So I feel like this is in regards to you trusting your intuition. And maybe this might be new to you, but it's definitely going to help you go farther and much more. It's going to definitely help you go farther, faster than you've ever done before, which is amazing. Then you have the Emperor. Now the Emperor talks at the bottom says, use logic and structure to increase your success. Get organized, a firm but compassionate leader. Be the firm but compassionate leader of your life. Okay? By making decisions and sticking to them. Yep. And then you have the Empress. So you have a divine partnership right here in the second set, which is awesome. Now the Empress, alright, talks of time to take action, the power of creativity, success that allows for a life of luxury. Yeah, why? Because you're using your creativity, which is exactly what Tom does. He uses his creativity for all of his roles, I'm pretty sure. Like, acting is not a cut and dry thing to do. You have to get emotionally involved in what you're doing and so on and so forth. So you gotta utilize your creativity to get to the next step of whatever it is that you're doing. Then you have the Six of Wands, or in this case the Six of Spring, which is the Six of Wands in this deck. And it talks of wonderful news is on its way, smart choices that bring rewards, success and public recognition. I mean, just if you take Tom's example, okay, with him following his intuition, doing what his intuition is suggesting to him to do, because your intuition only suggests, it doesn't really, how should I say this? It doesn't really push you to do things. It just suggests, and then it is your freedom of choice to do it or not. Which is great. And yes, so whatever he decided, okay, whatever you are going to decide, I feel, okay, for those who are listening to this video, is going to lead you to publicly recognize success, okay? And I can tell you this much. When I listened to my intuition, alright, I was able to stop myself from doing stuff and to put my foot in my mouth, okay? So at some point I had this big crush on this person, a Gemini no less, and one time we went to an event. I was at an event he was at, and I was going to leave, and I wanted to say bye to him, like goodbye to him before I left, but something told me not to, so I didn't, even if I wanted to talk to him, but I didn't, because he was actually talking to someone else. And thank God I didn't say bye to him, because, I mean, knowing where I am now, it might have been like a relationship, a very short-lived relationship, but I think that it might not have been so happy, and so it would have been a very, very tough lesson to take in, especially because my family knows his family, and my family would be totally on board for this, but knowing me and knowing the other one half would be on board with this, but the other half would not be. So I might have ruined the relationship between that part who who would have been very happy of this union. I might have ruined their relationship with each other if stuff would not have gone well. So I'm happy I didn't follow, well, I'm happy I followed that intuitive nudge and not follow my ego-driven desire, right, of actually talking to him. In any case, all that to say, now let's move on to the third set. Okay, so the third set, we start off with the Queen. Yes, we start off with the Queen of Summer. And the Queen of Summer is a loving, comforting, emotional, and intuitive individual. It says, listen to your heart, intuitive insight. Hello, and welcome to Titanium Talk. Hello, what am I doing? Let's start that again. Okay, so, like I said, the Queen of Cups, right? It says, listen to your heart, intuitive insights you can trust, taking care of others, perhaps too much. Are you taking care of others too much and not taking care of yourself? Are you? I guess it's a question to ask yourself, a very important question. So what I'm seeing is that you've gotten success in public recognition because you've gotten to a point where you not only are embodying the Emperor but also the Empress, and now you're being recognized, which is great, but now are you taking care of others a bit too much? Being too mothering is my question to you. So that's when you have the Two of Autumn. Now the Two of Autumn talks of bring fun into everything you do, juggling multiple priorities or jobs, an excellent talent for multitasking. So I guess this is where you need to, because you're taking care of others a bit too much, so you need to multitask in regards to what you can actually accomplish, is what I'm getting, right, so that you can accomplish more. Then you have the Princess of Spring. Now the Princess of Spring, alright, talks of an optimistic, enthusiastic, creative, and energetic individual. It says it's time to go after your dreams, do something that expands your horizons, let your creativity take flight. Yes, I think we talked of creativity earlier, especially with the Empress, and so you just allow your creativity to soar in regards to this thing where you take care of others a bit too much. No, you should start taking care of yourself more, is what I'm getting, in order for you to be able to experience the Four of Spring, which is the Four of Wands, which talks of be grateful, you have much to celebrate. Deep feelings of peace and happiness, a contented personal life. Yeah, happy home, happy life, happy wife, happy husband, happy kids, happy all of it, right? Though on this card, I feel like these are two newlyweds, loving each other before the kids come. So it's just happy wife, happy husband, happy house, happy whatever. Not kids of yet. I mean, they're just frolicking. If you see the picture, they're frolicking around, dancing in the flowers, and it's beautiful. But you never know. So then you got the World. Now the World card talks of a brilliant success, the freedom to go in any direction, a journey that is now complete. Yes, which is awesome, very awesome. So you've completed this cycle, which is great, and now you can, wish upon a star with the Star card, which is Aquarian energy. So you are in your own reading, my Aquariuses. That is awesome, very awesome. So this card says, look to the future with hope and optimism, the power of faith to move mountains, happy changes that bring relief from challenging times. Yeah, what is your challenge? I don't know, and if you don't want to share, that's perfectly fine. But if you do, I'm all ears. I'm here for y'all. So, with that, let's move on to the fourth set. And the fourth set starts with the Ten of Wands. Did I not mention, what was the word I mentioned? Challenging times. So, the challenging times are coming to an end because you are meeting with a King of Wands, King of Spring. So it's Ten of Spring who is coming to an end because you are attracting a King of Wands in your reality, which automatically means that you are changing your vibrational frequency. I'm going to have to write that down. Yep. Which is what will make it awesome. Second hashtag. Vibrational frequency. Yep. Because it's going to change your vibrational frequency. You have already changed your vibrational frequency, or this person is going to change your vibrational frequency. Now, this on the picture, I have to drink some water. Or tea in this case. This is a man, okay, and we see a woman here, but this is not in regards to the gender of the person. It's more in regards to the energy that this card emulates. So this king, okay, or this individual, alright, who has this personality type is very innovative, inspiring, wise, and theatrical. Maybe that is what you need to bring your vision to completion, right? The innovative, the theatrical, the wise, the inspiring, that is what you need, and maybe that is what the universe is sending you your way, because you are thinking and feeling the right thoughts. It's great. So, at the bottom it says a financial windfall. Your leadership skills are needed now. An unexpected supporter of your cause. Who's coming in? Who's going to support your cause? Well, I will support your cause for sure. If you want to talk, if you want anything, just hit me up on YouTube and we'll figure something out. Okay, well, send me an email. I'd love to answer. But just before you send me an email, actually tell me that you sent me an email in like the messaging on YouTube so that I can go check it out. Because I still have to like automate everything. So just so you know, it'll be my pleasure to read. Okay? Now, so once you have this person come into your reality and who is going to help you shift your perception about certain things, you will be able to become the king. Did I say king? The magician of your life. And so the magician at the bottom says, you can do anything. Take charge of your life. You can manifest what you need to be a success. Yes. This is awesome. You can do anything you want. You have complete control over your manifestation. At this point, it's awesome. Hey, what can't you do? It's a question you should be asking yourself. So hashtag, what can't you do? Indeed. Question mark. No. What can't you do? Yes. Now, you have a divine counterpart here. You have the Queen and King of Spring. Yes, and so the Queen of Spring is a very brilliant, loyal, talented, and friendly individual. This card says, believe in yourself. Wonderful people want to help you. Maintain a balance between work and home life. Yes. So, I just got an image. Okay, I got that the King of Spring is more of the one that is like up front. But I feel like the Queen of Spring is helping him, is like, Alright, the King of Spring is like the entertainer, while the Queen of Spring is the person that works in the background, like his agent. So yeah, that's the image I got. So she's very nurturing. She takes care of, you know, the needs of the King of Spring. Now the question then in life, what do you place importance on? What do you place importance on? What is important to you? I'm just asking the same question again and again. But in any case, if you like nurturing, if you like taking care of someone who is more in front, if you want to do that, then by all means do it. Alright? Because this partnership, this work partnership, which might be also a romantic partnership. Yeah. Excuse me. This work partnership was also kind of a love partnership, right? Is very lucrative because each party, the Queen and the King King and the Queen of Spring, are very well suited for what they're doing. They know what they're doing. They're very good at it. And because they're very good at it, they will be able to both separately, okay, tap into the Nine of Autumn, which talks to reward yourself for all your hard work, being happily and successfully self-employed, cherishing your time alone. Yep. Which is awesome. Yes. Then you have the Awakening card, which is a Hanged Man in this deck. Now, this card talks of change the way you're looking at the situation. Embrace your uniqueness, a temporary pause in action. Yep. So, I mean, I feel like the Awakening, the Hanged Man, is in regards to the Ten of Spring. Because you have way too much to do, you don't know what you're going to do first, and blah, 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 and all that. And so, you are deciding to take a little moment for yourself and to plan your next steps and to decide what you're doing, what you're gonna do, right? Yes. What you are about to do. And what you are about to embark upon is, well, what the intuitive insight that comes to you by going within and figuring out what you need to do next is that your next step is to educate yourself. Is to, with the Eight of Autumn, is to do more research before proceeding. Education in the form of seminars, going back to school, or apprenticeships. Excellent craftsmanship and long-term projects. Yes. That's awesome. Very good. Yes. So you're going back to school about something. Maybe it's for one specific thing. For some reason, my mind went back to Tom, and like I don't know if he actually takes like trainings or stuff, but the idea that came to my mind, which is probably in regards to anybody who does any type of work, right? Which is you need some refresher notes for some reason, and that's what you're going back to do. some, in French we'd say well, actually, I don't know if they say this in France, but I know that in Canada, in Quebec, we use this. It's like it's a popular term. It's more like in the popular language, peaufinement, which means you're really going into fine details. That would be you're polishing your skills. Is basically what this is. So you are going back to school to polish your skills and make it more appealing to the public, you know, and so much so, you're polishing it so much that it has now become an obsession. To that extent. You are so engrossed in this that it is your obsession. So, my gorgeous Aquariuses, this is all that I have for you guys this week. If you like this and if you'd like me to go deeper into your specific situation, please contact me at the amount in the box below, and it'll be my pleasure to assist. In that same box, you'll find a little description of this video and my price. Now, like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and click on that notification bell to be notified when I post new stuff, as well as leaving me a comment, because I adore comments. I read them all. I might not answer all of them, but I absolutely read them all. And with that being said, my gorgeous Aquariuses, I wish you guys all a very good week, and I'll see you next time, okay? Bye!